Veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 31, Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts. Steps away. They're trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
On the counter, Gibson. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Powell now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
With how the coverage was positioned, up was about the only spot the quarterback had to try and deliver that pass. Just put a little too much height on it. Incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. You got tight. You got tight right there.
And Howe will throw it. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
It's a second down run with Sanders. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Here's Hurts to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Sanders is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 43. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and that will keep this a 4-point game.
Well, he's got a big leg, and when everything comes together, he can certainly hit from long range, but this one's going to come up just a little bit short. A very good effort, though.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. That will tie the all-time mark. You cannot go further, folks. 109 yards on the kick return. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And once again, this is Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Hurts fumbles it. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Hurts. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. One last shot before the break. Howell dancing to his left. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but there are definitely opportunities now, because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point, because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. Back to Robinson now on first down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Straight ahead, Gibson. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Gibson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Howell escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going will take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down, back to Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Another run here with Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognizes he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell, eluding the pressure right. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 2nd down at 7. Here's Howell. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. A touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd down, back to Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. go with one final shot. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half,